I welcome back once again to the channel. Today is about facilitation. Of the last couple of years, we've seen meeting after meeting and meetings sort of extending like never-ending stories. So the idea is to show you and explain a structure that you can use to boost your meetings or your coming together. And you can do that within 30 minutes. It really depends how many people and how much time you want to enable or you have at hand. So we are very used to conventional structures when we come together to discuss something. Right? And it's sort of the most part of our days. New ideas, requirements, challenge, demos, options, alignment, troubleshooting, assessment, training, design, peer work, all sorts of things. And the ways that we often operate is having a structure that often inhibits emerging common understanding, knowledge, or better understanding and knowledge for collaboration from who we have there. So instead, we try with facilitation, try to break free to have open discussions, brainstorms, and things like that. Now, the structure I wanted to talk to you about today is from Liberating Structures and is called 1, 2, 4, all. And it's as simple as that. The key benefit of this structure is that it ensures that everybody is included, allows you to tap into the existing sort of know-how, and helps to increase connection and enrich ideas of the people that are present. And the impact of it is going to go beyond the meeting in itself. That's one of the wonders of it. In essence, what you do is to engage everyone simultaneously in generating questions, ideas, and suggestions. And it can get quite manic, but in fact, it doesn't, because it works this way. So first, you need to sort of break the session with a hook of why are we here? The question that you are trying to answer by the end of the session. And that can be a problem that you have at hand that you're trying to solve with everyone. Could be around the translation of the vision. Now at the beginning of the year is something that organizations tend to do. Anything really. So have a hook, important big hook, ideally that you can have visual during the session. And again, the session can be 2D, 3D, it doesn't matter. There are ways to do that. And so once there is a clear hook of what is our goal, what we're trying to achieve and discuss today, then we start through the motions of 1, 2, 4, all. And the 1 is give 1 minute for self-introspection. Right? This is going to give 1 minute to everybody to think in their own and reflect on the subject at hand, on that question. After that minute, you move to part 2, which is 2. And that's pairing up. In 2 minutes, you will have the ability to explain to one another and help open the perspective from that, just 1 minute of introspection. After the 2 minutes, you may guess, then you go to the 4, which is 4 minutes for people. And so that within that, you can extend the reach of the pairing. And last but not least is the all section, where each of the 4 sort of shares an overview. So the wider group benefits for all. Sort of hence the name of the structure, 1, 2, 4, all. And in here, really, you have few structural sections. So one is how you structure the invitation so that there is a clear expectation of what's going to happen and what are you proposing to be solved from it. Then how you're going to arrange the space within the day. And again, that will change if it's 2D or 3D, the number of groups, and how you're segmenting the different sort of minutes, the 1, the 2, the 4. And everybody coming together. And how you're gonna organize or not the coming together bit of it. So it can be more structure in terms of utilizing maybe room numbers, if you working remotely or something like that, to just as simply as of whenever a group is ready, somebody stands up, gives a small brief of all the coming together, and just a very sort of physical effect to give attention to the room. How teams are distributed, that's another sort of big section of the structure. Also, how you can prompt and design in a way that people have the ability to generate new connections. If they compare with someone that they don't have the opportunity to day to day, that's most beneficial. And that's also one of the benefits that takes beyond the meeting, right? The new connections, the new synergies that have been created in relatively really small amount of time. How you configure the space and how you configure the knowledge. Where is that capture? How is that capture? Is a collaborative effort? If so, having a very simple, clear instructions help, especially if you have a lot of people involved in the session. And sort of the sequence of steps, right? So help people along the way. You may have had the time to think about it, to design it, to work through in your mind how it's going to work, and to prepare all the different bits, but not everybody had, and that may be a very new experience for everybody. So having very clear sort of simple steps, even a visual of the moments of times, the questions that we are asking, the prompts of who's not in the room to keep in mind, or have the ability to pair with somebody else you haven't. All this sort of thing are important prompts to remind and help people to come with you along the way. It's very easy to get lost when you're trying something new. And really, why to do this is because you try to break free from common wisdom, trying to break free from static structures so that you can engage everybody. You know that you have different individuals that act differently. Some people are very prompt and happy to make their voice heard, their ideas heard, but you also need to create the space and the opportunity for others. So this one is a very good one to enable self-reflection time, which we don't often give ourselves. Very transactional meetings is bam, 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 bam. There is no space to digest what just happened. So the first moment is crucial one here of intrinsic self-digestion of what one thinks without being influenced. Second one is the ability to start pairing and sharing perspective. And so you can really engage everybody. Some people will be more comfortable on a pairing situation or a four situation than on a big group where it just becomes a bit more difficult. And how you can enable, avoiding certain voices only to be heard over the others, or diminishing of power and stress silence and all sorts of things. So I hope this is useful, and have a good go. You have another structure in the channel, so check it out on the facilitation playlist. And yeah, let me know what your thoughts, what's the difference in between from trying both of them, and how is it working for you, and what you find difficult. So maybe we can cover that next time. Thank you, subscribe, and I'll see you very soon.